take a look at this ad that will air in battleground states this month.
He failed to act. So now Trump and his allies are launching negative attacks against Joe Biden to hide the truth. Here are the facts. Joe Biden warned the nation in January that Trump had left us unprepared for a pandemic. Then, Biden told Trump he should insist on having American health experts on the ground in China.
I would be on the phone with China and making it clear, we are going to need to be in your country. You have to be open. You have to be clear. We have to know what's going on.
But Trump rolled over for the Chinese. He took their word for it.
The president tweeted, China has been working very hard to contain the coronavirus. The United States greatly appreciates their efforts and transparency.
China, I spoke with President Xi, and they're working very, very hard, and I think it's going to all work out fine.
Trump praised the Chinese 15 times in January and February as the coronavirus spread across the world.
It's a tough situation. I think they're doing a very good job.
Are you concerned about its potential impact on the global economy?
I think that China will do a very good job.
Trump never got a CDC team on the ground in China. And the travel ban he brags about? Trump let in 40,000 travelers from China into America after he signed it. Not exactly airtight. Look around. 22 million Americans are out of work, and we have more officially reported cases and deaths than any other country. Donald Trump left this country unprepared and unprotected for the worst public health and economic crisis in our lifetime. And now we're paying the price. All the negative ads in the world can't change the truth.
Joining our conversation, political strategist Steve Schmidt and NBC News correspondent Heidi Presbella. Steve Schmidt, it's a devastating political ad because it's all true.
Well, it's entirely true, and no amount of negative ads, as the Biden ad says, is going to change the truth about Donald Trump's incompetency at the response to what the ad correctly says is the worst public health and economic crises of our lifetime. And the simple truth, Nicole, is this. Is Donald Trump ran for president of the United States on two propositions. One, I alone can fix it. And two, I'm going to make America great again. Well, it's 3 years on. We're slightly under 200 days from the election. More than 40,000 Americans are dead. This didn't have to be so. It's so because of the ineptitude of the White House response, the constant denial, the constant downplaying of this, of the danger of it, pushing it away, his serial unpreparedness and dishonesty with the American people about it. And now great suffering has been unleashed in this country. There's more to come. The economic distress will make the unemployment numbers higher than the Great Depression. We're going to wipe out millions of small businesses in this country as none of the federal programs are working like they're supposed to work. And so 4 years on from the promise of I'll make America great again and I alone can fix it, we can survey now the wreckage and the magnitude of the disaster in this country that has been wrought by the Trump presidency. And we see the consequences of putting an ill-tempered reality show television host who lacks the mental, the moral, and the intellectual skills and judgments to be the commander-in-chief of the most powerful nation on earth. And it should not go without mentioning that as we look around the world and we look at the response of nearly every other industrialized country, the United States response is the worst. The ineptitude of the federal government shows everybody around the world, from ally to adversary, what a clown show American governance has become in the third decade of the 21st century.